This content is the property of Put It Out There TV, also known as PIOT TV, a property of the House of Yasha'Allah El Trust. If you are viewing and or listening to this content on a non-PIOT TV branded platform, then we kindly ask that you stop and flag this content for copyright infringement. Thank you.
Coming into this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And
Indeed.
For some time, like I said, I was really attached to crazy metaphors that had some certain meanings to it. But I chose to step into my power. I chose to let the world know, who I am. I want the world to know who I am. I am a Moor. I know I am a Moor.
Indeed.
To many degrees, I do have, more studying to do on my birthright, but I claim it, and I want the world to know through my music, through my business, and throughout any, venture that I do thus far from here on out, it will be KazaQya. That is who I am known as. Differences and, something with stuff with my business, but in totality, I am KazaQya, and that is my Hebrew name. It means he who possesses good, and that is derived from the name my mother and father gave me, which was Darius. It means he who possesses good, or he who is one of good.
Right.
And I've always ran from that, but that's a characteristic of myself. I ran from the name, but I couldn't run away from the characteristics. So KazaQya is the name that I felt, fit the name, and that's a name that I would never feel like I would ever have to run from, ever. And like I said, it's just I would like people to know who I am now, on a massive scale.
Indeed. So the music, based off of what you're saying, the music focuses on, nationality, birthrights, and inheritance, which to piggyback off of that, that's why you have the track, what is it, I Am Lineage?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so explain to everybody, because anybody that's paying attention, we see a lot of the productions and the music content that you're putting out, it has I am in front of it. What does that mean to you? Why do you put that in the titles of your creations?
I am means a lot to me. Not too personal, but on personal, I'm a father. I'm a father, and there was a time period where I was with the mother of my children, and things weren't the greatest. Not on any violent or physical level. It was just more of two people who were equally yoked, and things just weren't there on a communication level or on a connection level. And so I was going through stages transcending and coming in more into my light of myself. And I would talk to one of my friends, and he would talk about these affirmations, and I was more getting into meditating and just finding peace and balance. He's like, you gotta say your affirmations sometimes. And I'm like, all right, affirmations. He's like, yeah. He sent me a list of these affirmations. And to be honest, they changed my life, because that was back in January of 2018. It was 3 days after New Year's. I got that paper, and I was just, started to do the affirmations and go on fast to, take care of my body and give back, what I felt was to the Most High for giving me, everything that I have within self right now. And so with that, like I said, I started making the beats towards the end of 2018, and I wanted to be different from a lot of the beat producers out there who, no disrespect to them, but, I used to look at categories when I used to, download beats or go to down and stuff like that, and I see artists under categories like dark beats, and then they would just have like a basic name or a name, and I'm like, so many names are just the same. I'm like, but these are names that artists could, get an inspiration off of, but I want my artists to have an affirmation off of my beats to let them know this is empowerment to them, because I believe, being an empowerment specialist is what will lot of people. There was this one affirmation. It was said, well, not necessarily affirmation, but it was a saying. It said, empowering me empowers you, and empowering you empowers me. So that's why I felt like, affirmations give people empowerment. And if the artists who deal with the beats or the songs, people who listen to the songs, it's an affirmation that you're putting out into the universe and giving you power back and fighting against the powers that be. Not to get too long on it, but that's just in retrospect of why I like the I am and what it means.
Well, yeah, I mean, affirmation is a term of law. You know what I mean? Dealing with affidavits. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, law governs all things, indeed. And while we at it, everybody, please make sure that you stop by and check out KazaQya's website, and that is kmproductions.com. That's K as in kite, M as in Mary, productions with a Z.com. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. All right. Now.
It's productions with a K. It's productions with a K.
Yes, also Productions with a K. But you know what? It's on the screen as well. So I'm clicking on pictures on your Instagram. So it's actually highlighting wherever my mouse goes. It's highlighting. So we're highlighting. Okay. Yeah, so they'll definitely be able to see that. So how long, of course I know, but the people will want to know, how long have you been an MC, and where was your origins at? Where, your writing and things of this nature?
Well, my writing originally started off as poetry. I can remember as far as back to being, in all honesty, I know there's been a lot of people who said it, but there's a lot of people who had the gift. I can remember back to like 4 or 5 years old writing poetry. I used to, like, for my mother's birthdays, I would always write her a poem and make her breakfast, or for my grandmother, and, for a girl, you like in school or something like that, I would always think if I write sweet words that it was cool, and it was, it was something that I was talented at, but also something I was passionate about. So, with that, that's when I would write a lot of poetry, and I did that in private. I don't know if yourself or a lot of our friends back in grade school knew that. I just, in private, like as well as yourself with your music, we keep these type of things in private because it's a gift that's given to us, but it's also a gift that we are supposed to use to give to the world, and for our message, or for our I don't know the word, just basically our gift from the Most High, to give out. And so from there, that's when got into junior high school and started more or less writing, harder poetry, turned into rap, and beginning freestyle and everything like that. Wasn't that great at it because I was more or less nervous of people thinking I messed up on words and stuff like that, so I wasn't as confident in the freestyling, but I knew I could write.
Right,
and
right.
So then, I'm sorry, you said.
No, I'm listening.
Then, in about high school, that's when a good friend of ours, Marley Comfy, and I just started really, going more with freestyling and writing and everything like that. And I can remember being in high school, just being a visionary with this and already having visions of either signing to a label or doing something with a label, not even creating my own, but just having part of a business and being an artist. And I would already, I remember I would draw out my CD covers and have all the songs numbered and titled out, but I would have maybe like 8 lyrics to only one song, but I knew I had all the lyrics in my head and everything ready for all the other songs. They just weren't written out already, and they were titled. The project was already set in my head, like this is how it's going to go, and when I present it, it's going to be good. And so I still have that same drive and initiative to this day, and I think that's what really, pushed me to get the label going and to get me thus far where I am right now. It's just been so many things that push me and drive me with the passion of it that I use that to keep this going.
Indeed. So who were some of your favorite MCs growing up? Was it any Rakims?
Oh yeah.
Fresh Prince?
At my youngest biggest, I definitely like LL Cool J. I grew up listening to Daz Effect. I love Daz Effect. They was so dope to me for some reason. I really did love Daz Effect growing up. Of course, the God MC Rakim.